Pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes offense will start this game off with the football. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Guys, we said it earlier, fun to see a rematch of last year's title game. You know, you think back on that game when it was 31-7. Everybody thought it was all over. Everyone except the Irish. They fought back, got close, but how do they get redemption in this one?
Well, they got to be more consistent. They had a 79-play drive to start the game and capped it off with a touchdown, and then kind of went to sleep after that for a few quarters. They've got to be consistently better in each and every possession, I think, to win this one, David.
Yeah, Ohio State was so talented, obviously. They got some new faces. Notre Dame has some new faces, but it's still going to be the physicality of Notre Dame.
It's a running room.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Showing off the arm. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Any speculation about Ryan Day's future, even after the loss to Michigan, was patently ridiculous. But now they've won the national championship, and he is safe in the toast of the town. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that time, the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Hunt is in the air. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Carr. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And That's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Looking for blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they'll knock him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations. Continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Unloads it left. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bauman. Wide open spaces. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Here comes the offense on first down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. On the ground, it's Love. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter.
On the double.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through three quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw, it's Carr. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays, but man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the pressure, and they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case even
intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the gun, wants to pass. Took a shot as he threw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Converts on 4th down, still going. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big 1st down.
He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Snags it over the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
and a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.